Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I am currently at the Melbourne Airport viewing area. This is a different one to what I normally go to. They have a food truck called Airport Ice Cream and Kebab, and there are quite a few more people here, including seats, etc. and bins. And I'm from the northern viewpoint of the airport. So that's the north-south runway. So there's a plane that's coming to land. It's a plane from Brisbane to Melbourne. That's coming to land. So this is like completely different to what I would see. So this is in a place called Bulla. And this is onto the north of Melbourne Airport. So you can see there's a plane coming into land down there. So just after lunchtime, so it's quite later than when I also usually go. And here's the plane coming in. The plane actually flies right above me. And it's a Qantas plane as well. So let's go directly from there. And there's some construction work there as well. So the next plane to come to land is a Qantas Jetstar A320 that will be landing from Canberra in Melbourne. It's coming up in the distance. It's approximately 1 minute away now. This place is actually quite nice. I had some ice cream from there, but I haven't had the kebabs. I only had my lunch, so I just had some dessert, and the ice cream was quite good. As you can see, there's quite a few people coming in, so it feels a bit different down this side. So here's the plane that's landing from Canberra. Gonna fly right overhead. Down there. And over here you can see in the distance view of the Melbourne Central Business District. Which is actually quite nice as well. Next plane that will be coming in is a Jetstar A321 plane from the Gold Coast, and that will be landing in approximately 2 minutes. So that's it. This place is quite nice. My first time here, and actually quite feel has a different atmosphere than the other viewpoint. Feels a lot more busier. There's a lot more children here, and considering the school holidays as well, so they would be here. And the school holidays, they're finishing up soon. So here's the plane from the Gold Coast that's landing. A Jetstar Airbus A321 just about to land. right above us. Landing down there. So the other one is closer. The other viewpoint is a bit closer to the runway than this one. So the next plane that's landing is the Virgin Airlines Boeing 737 coming from Hamilton Island in Queensland. So that's quite a bit north of Brisbane, which is the capital of Queensland. So it's a Boeing 737 Virgin Airlines. Actually a bit surprised how many people are here today. I thought it would be a bit quieter. Considering there's a food truck and everything, it is actually quite busy. Whereas the other viewpoint doesn't have a food truck and there's no seats and there's no bins there as well. So this one is quite a bit bigger as well. The plane is coming into land in less than a minute. Not sure if you can see it down there, but it is coming into land. And after that there's another smaller plane, Rex Airlines Saab 340 if I'm not mistaken, from a place called Bulla. So here's the plane that's about to land, the Virgin Airlines plane, Virgin Australia. Next couple of minutes there will be another plane coming from Bulla. I can't see at the moment. I see it, it's coming. That plane is significantly smaller, it's like a regional plane. I'm coming from a place called Bulla, which is in New South Wales. It's not too far from the Victoria/New South Wales border, and it's on the south coast of New South Wales. It's quite a small regional town, and the aircraft is actually quite small, so it's a Saab plane. You can see it's not like a jet, like a big one. So Rex usually flies regional airlines, but they do fly different capital cities. You can see here, this is a plane. It's quite a small one. So I just had to take a short break. So the next two planes are coming from the Gold Coast. One is a Rex Airlines one and one is a Qantas one, 737s. So the one that's landing first is a Rex Boeing 737. The one after that is a Qantas plane from the Gold Coast. So they seem to be flying quite relatively close to each other, but not too close. They're just one behind the other. So from what I can gather, this viewpoint is mainly to see the landings for the various different planes, and this time of day is mainly domestic planes that are landing, in the international ones usually are in the early morning or late at night. I'll try to come a bit early in the day next time. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see clearly from here, but there are two planes. The ones coming up here is the Boeing 737 from the Gold Coast, and the one after that is also a Boeing 737. So quite a lot of people go to the Gold Coast for holidays, especially school holiday time. So here we are. And there's another one coming up in a couple of minutes as well. That's a Qantas one. So quite a few people are going to get some ice cream. And it is quite windy today as well. Ice cream and gelati and shakes. But I did see a couple of people get some hot food as well, kebabs, etc., and chips. Looks like established in 1983. I've been here a while, 41 years. See, there's quite a few people here, some standing on the rocks, etc. So here's the Qantas plane coming in. Yeah, I haven't seen many planes. Actually, I haven't seen any since it came in here that have been taking off. It's just mainly landing. Plane that's coming in now. It's very windy today. Coming up in the next couple of minutes is the first international one that I've seen today, coming in from Christchurch in New Zealand. It's a Jetstar plane. I'm about to see what aircraft type it was. It's coming in from Christchurch. It's a Jetstar. Quite a lot of planes, actually, quite a lot of airlines. Once you fly there, there's quite a lot of trips between New Zealand and Australia, especially to Auckland, Christchurch, Wellington and Queenstown. Surprisingly, I still haven't been there, to New Zealand, despite like 90% of the people I know have been there, and I still haven't. Considering it's a 3-hour flight between the east coast of Australia and New Zealand. So one of the few people haven't been there, which I should go, considering how close it is. And it's one of the closest international places to visit. I'm planning on visiting, just not sure when. Just want to see other places as well. So this one came in from the east, and usually the planes, domestic ones, come in from the north. This one came in from the east. New Zealand is east of Australia, so here we are. There's another one coming up. Let's see what plane. The next plane that's going to come in is a Jetstar plane A320 from Sydney. The Airbus A320, I mean, from Sydney. And the flight time takes about 1 hour and 5 minutes. So it's quite a short trip as compared to the ones that I've taken all over 8 hours, especially to India and to the US and Canada. So this is an Airbus A320 that's landing next minute or so. It's a Jetstar plane. So there's another plane that will be coming within the next 2 minutes. It's a Qatar Airlines plane, my second international one. However, this one stopped over in Adelaide and is now coming to Melbourne. So this is a Boeing 777, one of the larger ones, and apparently the livery is in a Formula One design. That would be interesting to see. I haven't seen a Qatar Airlines plane for a while. It'll be interesting to see how it looks like. And I apologize for the wind as well. It's quite windy today. And even more people are coming in now. The plane is landing in the next minute and a half. And the planes that I can see after that coming into Melbourne, there's another one from Sydney, it's Virgin Airlines, and also another one from Adelaide, Virgin Airlines. Looks like both of them are Boeing 737s. The international planes won't be coming in for a while. And then there's a one from Perth that's coming in the next 15 minutes. And a few more from Sydney and New South Wales. They'll be coming in the next few minutes. So the plane is about coming in to land. It's the Qatar Airlines plane. So looks like then after that will be the Virgin Airlines plane from Sydney, and after that another Virgin Airlines plane from Adelaide, and both are Boeing 737s. The one that's coming up is a Boeing 777. I don't mind this area, it's actually quite nice. That's why I'd like to see more planes taking off rather than just landing. Maybe I think I'll just spend like maybe half my time here, half my time at the other one. So until I go travel, will be primarily based in Melbourne. So here's the Boeing 777. It's quite a large aircraft. I mean, so it's coming up here. Don't know if you can see it in the distance. It seems a bit more distant in the camera than it does in person, and you can see the wingspan is quite wide. But an amazing, one of the larger ones now. Not as big as the A380 or the 747. And can carry quite a lot of people. Here we are, and here's a plane. Qatar Airways. Next one that's coming up in about 2 to 3 minutes. It's a plane from Sydney, like I mentioned earlier. Another one behind that is a plane from Adelaide. Quite a lot of domestic planes that are landing, and a couple of international ones as well. Even more people are coming now. That plane is going to be landing in the next couple of minutes, or next 2 minutes I mean. And that'll be Boeing 737 Virgin Airlines. So if you made it this far, thank you for staying here, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment as well. And leave a comment as to see what was your favorite airline so far. And please leave a comment on favorite airline that you've been on, and favorite type of aircraft as well. So the Virgin Airlines is coming now. I am a frequent flyer for Virgin Airlines and Qantas, as yeah, the two major ones in Australia. I haven't signed up for Rex frequent flyer program as yet, but I will. Just putting it off. So here we are. The next one, same airlines, Virgin Australia, Boeing 737 from Adelaide. It's coming up in, we're going to be landing in 1.5 minutes. Then after that, after this one, there's going to be a Rex Airlines Sub 340B coming in from a town called Wagga Wagga. It is in the state of New South Wales, a few hours southeast of Sydney by drive. It takes roughly 50 minutes by plane from Wagga Wagga to Melbourne, but we call it Wagga. That's a shortened, rather than saying Wagga Wagga, we tend to shorten it to Wagga. So this is the Virgin Airlines plane that's coming now. It's got quite a few domestic planes are landing within the next 5 minutes. So here we are, this is from Adelaide. And the plane from Wagga is coming in the next 2 to 3 minutes. It's a bit too small to see from here, but it is on the way. I hope you can still hear me. Here I can see it coming, the plane from Wagga Wagga. And after that there's another plane from Sydney. So this is the Rex Airlines plane. That's the sub 340. So as I was mentioning earlier, the Rex Airlines planes only fly, not only but mainly fly to the smaller regional communities or towns, to the larger cities, or between Melbourne and Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, or Melbourne, Adelaide. But they are starting to expand their fleet now, which is good. And I'm planning on joining their frequent flyer program. So this is their Rex Airlines plane. It is a small one. The next one that's coming up is the Qantas Boeing 737-838, which is coming in from Sydney. So I don't know if many people know this, but the route between Melbourne and Sydney is one of the busiest in the world, number 3 or 5 busiest in the world. Quite a lot of people travel between the two cities for work or for pleasure, or like me as well. I go there for pleasure, don't go for work, not yet anyway, but I just go there. I haven't been there for a while, to Sydney, I think over 10 years now. Actually not over 10, I haven't been outside Sydney Airport for over 10 years. But I have been to Sydney Airport when I was on the way to India a couple of years ago. Went with Qantas that flew from Sydney to Melbourne, Sydney to Bangalore in India. So that's when I went 2 years ago, or 1.5 years ago now, and I did a flight review as well, but I haven't been outside Sydney Airport for a while. So here's the Boeing 737 Qantas plane that's about to land. And soon after that, there's another plane. It's a Qantas Link that's about to land. So here's a plane from Sydney. So the next one that's coming up to land in the airport is a Qantas Link Boeing 717-2 B for Bob, L for Lima. It's a 2BL. So this plane is from Coffs Harbour. It's on the New South Wales / Queensland state borders and serves that region as well. So it's also quite a popular tourist destination as well for Australians to visit. The Qantas is phasing out this aircraft, the Boeing 717, and they replaced it with the Airbus A321 if I'm not mistaken. And the A321 did make its first inaugural flight with Qantas between Sydney and Canberra. Between Melbourne and Canberra a couple of weeks ago. My mistakes are between Melbourne and Canberra, and it was covered quite a lot by the other YouTubers, airline YouTubers in Australia, and there are quite a few as well. So I would encourage you to have a look at them as well. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment on my video as well, and subscribe to my channel. So here's the Boeing 717 from Qantas Link. Qantas Link is a subsidiary of Qantas, and it mainly flies the regional areas, similar to Rex, but this is just a Qantas brand and subsidiary of Qantas. So Qantas, then Jetstar, which is a low-cost airline, and Qantas Link, which is like a regional airline that serves the regional towns. So Rex, in case you're wondering, is Regional Express. So stands for R is the regional and X is express. So Regional Express, shortened to Rex. I'll tell you in a minute what Qantas stands for once this plane lands. It will make quite a noise. So as you can see, it's coming in, and the Boeing 717 doesn't have the engines below the wings. There's engines above the wings in the rear. So for those who are wondering, Qantas stands for Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services, and that's Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. So it originally started in the town of Longreach in Queensland, and mainly to fly post between the Queensland and the Northern Territory. And then it expanded and is now the largest airline in Australia and Australia's flagship airline. The next one is a Virgin Airlines 737 from Perth. It takes roughly 3.5 to 4 hours depending on the winds, to fly between Perth and Melbourne, and depends on which direction you're also coming in as well. I have been to Perth 12 years ago with a friend of mine. It is quite a nice place. It actually does remind me, the weather does remind me of LA. It's quite a nice place. It is quieter than Melbourne, and it is significantly quieter than LA. But it is a nice place to visit, and I would recommend visiting. And Perth is actually the most isolated capital city in the world. So it's just about to land. You can see quite a few cars in and this side. There's a church. The town of Bulla is this side on the straight ahead. And there's actually a bus stop here as well, so I didn't even know. That's interesting. So the plane is about to land. So it's from Perth, Virgin Airlines, Boeing 737. So I'm going to finish up my video here. So thank you everyone for coming in. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I'd like to thank everyone for coming in. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment as well. And please let me know what you thought. And thank you everyone for watching.